Hello everyone, my name is Droogie Forever, and today we are playing a game called Dreams of Solari, Chapter 1. This is free on Steam, and it just came out today, I think, July 21st. I don't know if you'll see the video today, but the game just came out today, so let's give it a try. See if it's any good. You begin your journey into the bowels of New London, the city that never dies, though its inhabitants are not so lucky. For years after the Fourth World War, the Earth was in total chaos. Then, in the year 2125, from the ashes a new order began to rise. The city of New London was its prime construct, a massive fortress of lights, steel, bullets, meat, and blood, ever flowing through its vast streets and endless back alleys. You are Aiden Barrow, what are you gonna say? Aiden Barrow, a merc living in the lower city, making the most of what odd jobs you could find, while trying your best to stay out of the constant gang and faction violence that plagues the streets. Recently, you've heard rumors of strange activity, a multitude of disappearances, raging fires, and worse still, horrors creeping up from the city's undercroft wielding strange, unnatural abilities. It has convinced you that a change is needed, and so you and your crew reach out for a much more dangerous job, one to cover all your past debts and escape the death trap that is the lower city. After a few days, a job comes up, the delivery of a strange artifact to an anonymous collector at a dead drop deep in the eastern sector, the lower city's most dangerous area above ground. You move now through the streets with your longtime partner, Rona Cypher, a merc with a loud mouth and an even louder shotgun closing in on the drop point. I'm starving. I hope this job pays better than the last one we took. If we even survive to get paid, that is. Better be careful. I've never been to the eastern sector before. Most couriers don't come out this far. You worry too much, Rona. Just keep old Charlotte loaded and at the ready, and we'll come out on top. You've never seen Rona like this. She is usually the calm one. If even her nerves are shaken, the eastern sector may be even worse than you imagined. Up ahead, the road splits, and you can see two paths not covered in debris or fire that look safe enough to travel. One goes around to the fire escapes of nearby buildings. You can probably gain access to the drop point from the roofs there, but it will take longer. The other moves you straight ahead, but you and Rona can already hear voices and shouting from that direction. It is clear you are not the only ones here. Take to the roofs. The roofs seem like a safer option. Who knows what lurks in the streets? You and Rona make your way up the damaged fire escape to the top of the structure. As you reach the summit, you realize just how large the building is. The massive city stretches out before you, dark and beautiful, glowing with neon lights. You can taste the salt on the air, too. So they need punctuation here. From the docking district further to the east, where trading ships come all the way from the White Waste beyond the Jade Sea as you stare out over the cityscape. Your eyes drift westward toward the Great Wall, barely visible in the distance, the only structure separating the city from the vast irradiated sandstorm of the outland desert beyond. It begins to... Are you gonna stand there dreaming all day waiting for some slicer to cut your throat? Come on, we got a job to do. Yeah, you think to yourself as you come back to your senses, one more job. Gods, let it be the last one. Just then you hear a scuttling sound like spiders running through an attic. What the hell was that? Rona looks up with a start. Fuck Scarax, this building is infested. Behind you, Aiden. You whirl around just in time to see three dark grayish-blue centipede-like creatures the size of large dogs begin crawling up through the cracks in the roof. The closest one screeches as it charges at you. Let's see. We could throw a grenade, we could use a dagger. I don't know how many daggers we have. Or grenades, I mean. Let's throw a grenade. Quick as a whip, you hurl an incendiary charge at the mass of claws and pincers rushing towards you with a defining bang. The charge. However, they were far too close to escape the damage. A piece of shrapnel tears into your arm as the heat from the blast blows you back, sprawling on the ground. She offers you a hand as you rise to your feet. You sure know how to overdo it, Aiden. Perhaps you should try something a little less likely to kill us. She reaches down and hands you a bolt pistol, black, with a curved grip and sliver heat shield, fully loaded. I wonder if that's supposed to be silver. As the fell creature seemed defeated for the moment, you pause to look about the roof. Amongst the debris, there seems to be an unlucky merc, who the Skarax had already feasted on. He has a bag, however that seems relatively untouched, but do you risk it? Check the merc. Quickly you search the unfortunate soul and find a wealth of creds amidst the wreckage of his corpse. You continue on your way. After navigating a network of passageways, you find yourself out in the open street. The drop point was said to be located in a massive abandoned complex near a burned-out tunnel. After a bit of time, you spot the tunnel, and sure enough, a block or two away stands an over 50-story building towering over the city. It has clearly seen better days. Great cracks run up the side of the building, and all the lights are dark except for a few fires deep within. Looks like we finally made it. Now the real challenge begins. You look out over the dark city street before you, in the distance, stretching out towards the west, where the industrial towers of the Krydon Corporation can still just be seen on the edge of the horizon as the sun goes down. Its brilliant rays slowly die out over the burned-out stores and deserted buildings of the eastern sector. The last of the lights playing patterns along the ground in a rhythmic dance with 1,000 floating colors of each shade of glass as the light streaks down through the street and beyond. You sigh as you think to yourself, even in this battered hellscape, beauty still remains, whenever it can manage to poke its head up without getting it chopped off. Rona stares as well, seemingly transfixed by the sight before you. The lights cross over her face. Wait, that's not... You notice it only for a second. It blends so perfectly in, but unmistakable all the same. Hidden amidst the light from the setting sun was the bead of a red Trigon laser sight. You only have a second to react as the bead begins to move up to rest right between her eyes. Leap into the path. You waste no time letting the sniper find his mark with a manic cry of "Get down!" Oh shit, man, we're almost dead already. You tackle Rona to the ground. As you head to the ground, the world explodes. You fall to the ground in agony as you bleed extensively from your shoulder. Rona crowds over you, trying to get a look at the wound. Aiden, you fool, why? Why did you do that, you idiot? I would have been... Just stay still. I need to treat the wound before you bleed out. Keep down, those snipers are still out there. I do have a... Yeah. You're not really in the mood to argue with her, and what's more, she clearly has a point. This was no flesh wound. You lay back and let Rona proceed. She manages to use some gauze and bandages mixed with a little help from a morphine stim pack to stop most of the bleeding. There, that's about the best I can do under the gun like this. Garax knows I'm no doctor, but it should hold till we find an actual med clinic. Relax, you grunt. It was just a graze. If I was really hit with that shit, there'd be nothing left. You saw the blast. Those were high-impact rounds. Jesus. Who are these guys? No idea, and I can't see any of the shooters from here. Could be one or more, for all I know. Either way, we're sitting ducks out here. We gotta make a move. Any ideas? As you look down the street, you can see the impact where one of the sniper's bullets hit. It looks like a small crater, still smoking. Lucky for us, these weapons were designed to destroy vehicles and cybermechs, not people. If we had been in a car, I doubt there'd be much left of us. Oh yeah, Rona barks. I'm feeling like I won the goddamn lottery right now. Come on, we've got to move before they get a bead on us again. You gingerly nod in agreement, not eager to see what another one of those rounds could do to either one of you. Getting to your feet, you slowly rise just to get a better look at your bearings, taking care to remain low as possible, in fact, to keep in cover and prevent any high-impact rounds from making a rather large dent in your face. You glance up. The street ahead seems dead quiet. No sign of the shooter, just as Rona said, but you can still feel them out there, watching. Going this way is most likely suicide. Rona signals to you as you duck back down and shows you a path over to the left through a broken store window. The building looks heavily damaged. There might be a way through to the larger complex on the inside, the only problem being it looks as though the power is completely out. It would be dark, extremely dark. You could walk right into a whole pack of these guys and not even know it till you bumped into them. You continue scanning the area. After a few moments, you notice there's an old transport terminal tunnel from back when the eastern sector was a bit more of a hospitable place. It could work, you muse to yourself. The abandoned building was once one of the eastern sector's main financial hubs. It would, without a doubt, house a connecting transport station in its base level. It's a more certain route than wandering through adjacent buildings, but definitely more dangerous, as you remember the reason the tunnels got abandoned in the first place. Infection. The large, blue, centipede-like creatures known as Scaraks. They began coming up from there a few months back now. They're all over the eastern sector. What's worse, the lower transport tunnels are probably where their nest is. Hungry Scaraks make for poor company, and they can be far deadlier than a rabid wolf when hunting in hives, but it's only a block to the building. The station is most likely connected. You probably wouldn't even have to fully enter the tram tunnels. A shot rings out overhead, and the top of one of the sliders you're hiding behind explodes. The shrapnel sprays across the ground behind you, but you are unscathed. Burning shit, you think to yourself. Thank God they're not lighting us up. They must be low on ammo. After all, high-impact rounds cost a small fortune. Just then, a series of static comes on through your comms. The noise dies down, and deep voice breaks through the din. Hello, friends. I've been watching you for some time now. I take it you're who Gath sent to bring the artifact. Good. We've been waiting for you for some time now. No need to go around hiding because of these fools. I can take them out as you move through. Just stay low and be fast on the trigger to help me see their positions. Who the hell are you, and why on earth should we trust you? You bark down the mic. Every single person we've run into down here has tried to do nothing but kill us. You hear a dull, dry laugh on the other end of the comms. Who I am is not important. As for trust, well, for one, I can see you both as clear as day right now. If I wanted to waste you, you'd both be full of holes. And as I said before, I know Gath. The man who sent you here tasked me as well. Your job is to deliver the artifact. Mine is to keep you alive. Beyond that, I got nothing for you. You begin to answer again, but Rona silences you. It's a trick, she growls. They're trying to get us to give away our position. The comms go dead. You look to Rona. It appears as though she heard everything as well. You can see clearly from her face that she does not trust this mystery man. Furthermore, she seems to be leaning in the direction of the damaged side buildings, already moving closer to them. Yeah, we'll take the side buildings, fuck it. You follow Rona's lead, ignoring the stranger's advice and heading inside the rather large nearby hole in one of the adjacent buildings. You make it inside easy enough and can make out a rough old gear head shop, odd pieces of old tech scattered about the entire span of the old place. After a little bit of searching around the area in near-pitch darkness, Rona stumbles upon something of note. The only way out of the building besides where you came in, a huge, barred lift terminal. You recognize this as one of the connecting elevators designed to link lower structures on the ground. With the large corporate buildings up above, this could lead straight into a connecting overpass that would send you directly to your target. Rona signals as she needs a moment to try and get the thing running. Seems like a good idea to keep watch. Too many people know we are here already. Still, you can't help glancing your eyes over all the glorious goods still laid out in the shop. Could it really do any harm to just take one or two? I'm gonna stand guard. You don't have time to restock now. They could be right behind you. You keep your focus. and with it feel your body and mind actually recover a bit as you enjoy a moment of stillness. Eyes locked on the door, ready to move at a moment's notice, but at the same time relaxed in your moment of slowdown. It takes Rona a bit of time to get the lift working. After a few moments, she has done it, and lets you know with a shout. "You asleep over there, you son of a bitch? Come on, the sooner we make it out of this alive, the sooner we get paid." Now there was a prospect that can stir you to your feet, and you hasten into the lift with Rona and head up the eastern sector to the Sky Bridge. The lift rises up for about 15 minutes. Neither of you make a sound, trying to listen for any activity on the other floors of the building as you rise up. You hear none. 1 second, guys. I need a drink. It's early in the morning. I don't usually talk this much this early in the morning. Finally, the lift gates open up once again to a long and narrow skywalk. The passage is triangle in shape, dimly lit, with a few flickering lights down the corridor. Rona cautions you. "This looks like a real shit move, Aiden. If I were waiting for someone to try to get in that building, this is exactly the spot I'd trap. Plus, I can barely see anything in here. Use your tack lights so we can at least see what's at the end of the passageway." She's right. The lighting in the corridor was shit. If bombs were laid or tripwires were present, it would be all over before we even saw them. On the other hand, if they are lying in wait for us, lights would likely show them exactly where you are. No time to backtrack, gotta make a move. Light it up. You both activate your lights as you move forward down the corridor, the dim light now replaced by your much brighter ones. At first, nothing moves down the winding, twisting skywalk, the glass sides giving view in both directions to the massive, glowing city all below you. I like how it says at first. You're literally giving away that something is about to happen. Come on, learn how to write, man. Suddenly, you see two figures crouched low in front of you as the light from your suits crosses the threshold of the next platform. They whirl about and face you, faces covered in horrible burnt black and red armor, and wielding long, bladed sniper rifles, and let out a blood-curdling screech. "The targets, they have flanked us." Oh, okay. This is their voice. "The targets, they have flanked us. Brother, quick to arms! To arms! Destroy them!" They screech to each other in loud, harsh, yet almost whispered speech as they both turn their weapons towards you. Only seconds to act. You know all too well what those guns can do as you face down red eyes and grinning faces of your attackers. You realize with horror, at this range, there would be nothing left of you if they open fire. You race to respond before they finish turning. Oh boy. We're gonna jump down the trash chute. You grab the handle of a nearby trash chute, and in one smooth motion, yank it open and slide inside. The chute takes you almost instantly from 0 to what feels like 100 miles per hour. You can hear Rona behind you as you slide further and further down. Judging by the distance, you realize you must be below the city street by now. But why would... Suddenly you realize with horror as your nose begins to take in the smell, that was no trash chute. It was a boarded up Skarax tunnel. Oh shit, we're about to die. With an explosion of earth and rock, you erupt into a massive dark tunnel and fall into some rather fleshy-looking greenish goo. The smell, just noticeable before, has become a massive stench. You stagger to your feet as you yell to Rona. "Are you hurt?" You let out a gasping cough. "God damn! Can you walk?" "Yeah, I think so." "Shit! You smell that? Ugh! Like the bowels of the Section 9 trash dumps. Fracking fuck! Where the hell are we?" "Can't be sure. Can't be sure, B." I think that the was... Can't be sure, B, I think the was a Skarax tunnel. Jesus, dude, who wrote this? Come on, man. You gotta be able to do English better than that. What the fuck is that? Can't be sure. I think that was a Skarax tunnel, I think is what they were trying to say. We are most likely now in the lower tram tunnels. Just from saying it, you can see the worry on Rona's face. You remember she has more reason to hate the Scaraks than most, as they were the ones that ate her family back when she was a girl, landing her in the same orphanage as you before you both escaped. Don't panic. You try to reassure her. This may actually present us with an opportunity. If these tunnels are near our target, we can come up from its old tram exit without anyone knowing. Yeah, sure, Aiden. And what happens when we're fucking surrounded by Scaraks down here? Or did you forget these tunnels are completely infested? One thing at a time, Rona. For now, let's just get you back on your feet and get moving. As quietly as possible would definitely be best. And with that, you move down into the putrid dark of the desolate tram tunnels. The tram tunnels are dark. Steam rises up from the various ports along the rail lines. There is a profound stench wafting through the air. The tunnels are long abandoned, but the old ion power stations are still running in some areas. The green light seeps through the warm air around you. The old tunnels stretch out for miles underneath the city. They once were a city of their own, full and bustling with life. Now there is only one thing left alive down here. You can hear the scuttling of the Scaraks in the distance already. No sense wasting time. You can see the walkway out in front of you. It will take you to the next station. However, this will leave you exposed with nowhere left to hide. The rail lines, however, would be much more concealed. That is, as long as you don't run into a Scarak's nest. We're going to take the walkway. Wide open, man. We're going for it. You and Rona head for the walkway, although out in the open it will be easier to see the enemy. This could end the fight before they strike, and when it comes to the Scaraks, that can make all the difference. The walkway is old and poorly maintained. Broken cracks show exposed wires sparking spontaneously in the misty air. This is not Aiden's dialogue. I don't know why they're saying it's his He's not speaking. This is still the narrator. The dull green haze around you thickens. Time passes. You follow the guiding posts as best you can in the darkened halls of the walkway. After about 30 minutes, the passage opens up upon a larger platform. It looks like you have arrived, but the place is in complete ruins. Large portions of the ceiling have been completely caved in. Rona motions you to one side of the wrecked platform. Shit! This platform is a fucking mess. I'm not seeing a way through besides crawling into this mess. It looks extremely dangerous. I can see the cracks. They look ready to fall at any moment. Wait, what the hell is that? Aiden, behind you! You whirl about just in time to see the face of a strangely clothed man appearing from the dark of one of the tunnels. He is middle-aged with a slight beard and a crimson robe. A wry smile darkens his face as he approaches. The spelling in this is atrocious. Simile for smile approaches only as one P, and there's no punctuation at all. Like, Jesus, man. The writing is just... I actually am enjoying the story, but whoever wrote it has no idea how to spell or punctuate anything. And some of the stuff doesn't make sense because they've definitely, like... this person doesn't pay attention when they write, I don't think. He moves up to you quickly with surprising grace at first. At first instinct, you begin to raise your weapon, but see he is not armed and is raising his hands. Out of caution, you keep your weapon half raised. You didn't think to find anyone in the tram tunnels at night. You move to speak, but the man cuts you off before you can get so much as a word in. Ah. Yes. You are here at last. This is good. We've been expecting you. You were supposed to come alone. No matter. We have your payment, as discussed. If you'll follow me immediately. Time is short. We must be getting underway if we are to meet the others. Come. The man has clearly mistaken you for someone else. However, there seems to be a chance for some profit if you go along with the ruse. From his dress, the odd glint in his eye, and the generally uneasy feeling you have around him, there is no mistaking it. Whatever deal he is on about is doubtless of an unsavory type. He looks to you to follow him, growing impatience in his dark and sunken eyes. I'm gonna go with truth. You have no idea who this man is, but you'll be damned if you're about to get dragged into some trap by a crazed tunnel-dwelling Dregskagner. Besides, juggling by the strange way the man keeps looking about... Juggling? You mean judging? And his clothes, you gather he is probably a cultist. You've heard stories of the different sects seen gathering at night in the darker corners of the city. Some even have come to blame them for all the strange goings-on of late, especially inside the eastern sector. In fact, looking closer, there is little else you feel he could be. Best to get rid of him quickly. You speak up in a clear voice. Listen, I don't know who you are, but we're not here to meet with anyone. We're making a delivery for a Scion market rep, but as you can see, we're a little lost. Do you know of any way to the surface around here? As good a line... What? Time is of the essence, and if you were to help us, we could of course reward you for the information, if it is reliable, that is. The man steps back in shock. You what? Who are you? I should have known Murad would not keep his word. He stamps his foot and spits on the ground, then turns to you, a wild fear on his face. Flee, blasphemers, he screams as he throws out his... What? Is there some way to go down without moving on to the next one? Because it seems like it's not continuing the sentences. A blinding flash of light engulfs the room. You reel back in pain as your eyes lose sight momentarily. Shit, get down, Aiden! My eyes. You rise, still rubbing your eyes from the shock, just in time to see the cultist running down a nearby causeway deeper into the tunnels. You hurry to your feet and begin pursuit, chasing after him. A mad dash through the dark and misty tunnels ensues. You race across broken walkways and downed power stations, through eerie Skarax egg fields and lost tunnels. Finally, he darts a corner you missed. You round the turn, but find nothing on the other side. Rona rounds the hall a second later. Did you see that piece of dried out slag? God damn it, I think I lost him. This day just keeps getting worse. I was desperate to get my hands on his weaselly little throat, blindsiding us like that. Fuck! You nod in agreement. It's no use, Rona. He's gone. Probably for the best, though. We have enough problems without bringing the wrath of some lower city cult on us. Just the thought alone brings back memories of tales you've heard, of blood rituals and kidnappings in mass quantities. The thought alone brings a shiver down your spine. However, as you are turning to leave, you spot something. Small passage that leads to a ladder. I think they meant ladder, L-A-D-D-E-R. They actually said ladder, L-A-T-T-E-R, which isn't even how you spell latter, but anyway, whatever. Rona looks eager to leave, and to be sure you share her emotion, but you have no idea where this leads, and that man is still out there. Follow the ladder. Oh yeah, it's wrong here again. Oh my god. You take the ladder, which is totally wrong, out of the tunnels. It is a long climb. Many rungs of the ladder go by as the stinking dark green air began to fade into the distance. I mentioned before that I want to start a company to help people with their dialogue and English in video games, and I would love to rewrite this entire thing because it's a decent story and they have the basic outline is good. But it's the spelling, the punctuation, and the fucking putting in the wrong words is bugging the hell out of me, and it's distracting. When you play a game, it's distracting to see that shit. So I would like to fix it. I want to go through and just fix this story. Begin to fade into the distance. After a minute or so, you and Rona make your way to the top and open the exit hatch. You crawl out quietly and cautiously, still not quite sure where you are, but all misgivings are soon put to rest. As both of you see from your suit lights the gang markings and broken down architecture, it dawns on you. This is an alley right in the back of the building for the dead drop. That's ally, not alley. Alley is A-L-L-E-Y. Whoever wrote this, like, has, like, a decent idea of what the story they want to tell. How did they mess up this bad with the spelling? I don't understand. Like, it's not Google Translate. They obviously speak English, but not well, I guess. Wasting no more time gawking at your incredible good fortune, the two of you gather yourselves, yourselves, I think is what they meant, all one word, and with a nod between you, push through one of the side doors into the large building. I tried to ignore it for the first half of the game, but now it's bugging the hell out of me. I can see it every time now. That's all I see. Sorry, taking a drink. You bust open the doors to the building's interior, and immediately your jaw drops as you peer down one of the myriad of walkways in this massive structure. The drop must be over 5,000 feet, you think to yourself. This was going to be a bit harder than you thought. From the look of the building structure, this was one of the hidden operation posts for the Miroshi traders to smuggle gene mods, biotech, and other contraband before the upper city's crackdown. They moved quickly to stop any major operations not controlled by the main 5 families. After the dust had settled, the black site dens that were not burned to the ground were abandoned. They were designed to hold as much contraband as possible and to have escape routes, without an E, set in place for security. And the Miroshi had a lot of product to move, so the sites were often mini fortresses. See, this is still narration. He's not saying that. Still, as you look at the giant structure before you, you realize, I think there's comma and then another U, I think was supposed to be here. You realize even in your smuggler days, you had never seen a site this size. The walkways and tram shuttle lines extend deep into the earth, and you have already seen how far the building goes up from the outside. Rona stares in wonder down the many layers of the complex. Stare in wonder down the many layer. Oh, good lord, it's so distracting! It is clear she has never seen a Miroshi black site. What is this place? She marvels as she peers over the edge to see the vast drop before you. Nothing good, trust me. Come on, the drop point is on the upper floors, and there are only 2 ways up. We either take the main tram elevator here, or use the service hatch in our climbing gear and try to scale the complex. Rona nods. Your call, boss. Your, not you are. That would be you are call, boss. So you need to put your, Y-O-U-R. This person, I don't know if they ever took English class. I know nothing about these types of buildings, but if they already know there's supposed to be a comma here. God, I can't even think this morning. Apostrophe, whatever. In between we and R-E. But if they already know we're here, the elevator is exactly what they'll... Okay, there's got to be a way to go down to see more dialogue, because it just keeps cutting off. Rona makes a good point, but scaling the complex may be just as dangerous. The climbing gear you have is not high quality. What do you guys think? Tram elevator or scale the complex with our terrible climbing gear? We'll take the elevator. The elevator may be expected, but you can see dozens? Dozens? That's not how you spell dozens. What are you doing, dude? Oh, this is so distracting. What? Where did you learn English at? Elevators is elevators. Elevators. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I can't even read that. I'm not even reading that. Look, corridor spelled wrong too. What is wrong here? You motion to Rona to follow. Move down the long winding corridor. It extends the outer ring of the building with a long drop down the center. A few minutes pass and you make it around the first floor of the building, its size still making your head spin. You and Rona inspect several of the elevator elevator transports. That's... Oh man, this is killing me. So elevator, just to make sure my spelling is correct, has an E here. Yeah, that's correct. I just looked it up. Elevator transports, and finally settle one that looks... If they do find us, we're going to need something without an E. We're, again, without the apostrophe, going to need something to hide behind with an E at the end. Oh my god, dude. She points to a lodge ship. Meant. Oh my god. There's an A in meant. What? M-E-A-N-T. Left Abdon. Just a few clicks. Is this supposed to be abandoned? What happened here? What do you think? Could be just the thing to keep the bullets off our back if shit goes. Oh my god. Goes, G-O-E-S, sideways. Witch! This isn't even the right witch! W-H-I-C-H is the... Oh my god, okay. Okay, if the developer is watching this video... I know this game is free, so you can't offer any money, but if you do a second chapter and you make any money, pay me a small fee. It's like... Whatever, however many hours it takes me, I'll charge you like 20 bucks an hour, and I'll fix all of the dialogue in the game, all of it, 20 bucks an hour, and I promise I won't take like 2 days or anything like that. It'll probably be like a couple hours. But yeah, if you make a chapter, and I'll even go back and fix chapter 1 too. I'll do both chapter 1 and chapter 2. I will fix all of it for you, I promise. You got to get somebody to fix this shit because it's so distracting. Is just about all our shit ever does is D-O-E-S. The gear is in massive cases. Looks like some kind of erythium alloy over 9 times stronger than titanium. That's spelled wrong. It might even be able to stop a high-impact round or two, but it's heavy. Very heavy. No doubt it will slow you down, and that could be just as deadly. I don't know. We're gonna take it. Better to take the gear. It will be a slow ride, but if they get a bead on you, it might be the only thing that stops you from a quick death. The gears shift, and your off the ride has begun. Your off the ride has begun? Minutes go by with no sign of anything. Rona begins to relax. You do not. I think here they actually meant to put you are, so Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. I think they actually meant to put that there. They put the other one. They keep putting them in the wrong situations. The other one was used where this one was supposed to be, and this one's being used where the other one's supposed to be. Suddenly, you see shapes moving on the floors below you, shapes holding very big weapons. You search the gear quick and find a few grenades and rounds that should be useful. Rona shouts out from the other side of the lift. Target spotted! They're tring to flank us from the other side. Get ready. And I'd have to look to see if that apostrophe is even required there, but tring is definitely wrong. You see them as well, from the looks of it, more Valenkar assassins, but at this distance, the other Yor is supposed to be here. Unable to make out what weapons, there's an A that's supposed to be here, they are using. Targets are in Tram 86, all men ready your weapons, bring them down. No time to waste. If they bring down the tram, you're dead. Again, wrong Yor. Time to fight back. Rona has already braced herself on the other side. You can see her reading her weapon. I think they mean readying. You draw yours quickly, scanning the room for your options to turn these skags into red mist. Ooh, cause a distraction? These slags need a taste of fire, you think, grabbing 2 thermal detonators and toss them in their face. The explosion rockets one, I think, of the assassins over the edge, screaming, but you only manage to hit one. The return fire sends 2 rounds right into your chest. The other your goes here. How do they keep getting that wrong? It's like they're guessing and getting it wrong every single time. Okay, this one's right. Your armor absorbs a good amount of the impact, but you are knocked flat all the same. More seem to be swarming on the left. This was not going to be easy. You thought you saw about 11 total. After that little move, there's a few down for the count, at least you figure. But if they keep getting reinforcements like this... Rona shouts out as another wave of shots ring out from the west. Ada, we need to... Her words are lost as the rounds plow into the side of the ship, just barely missing you. Guess there's no time for a friendly chat. You take a few breaths, ready yourself, and move into position to strike. Fuck it. You see them moving as Rona unloads on them and catch sight of a set on thermal grandies in a crate. What? Of a set on thermal grandies? I don't even know what they're trying to say there. Firing the explosion decimates the group you were aiming at, reducing them to dust. The return shots barely scratch you as you shift back behind cover, but a sonic cannon shot nearly blows out your ears right after. Wait, no! Now we're talking, apostrophe. You think to yourself, through the din of gunfire and screams, only 6 left. We're gonna die here, guys. If we can just survive a bit longer. No more reinforcements from that shaft on the left still, and it looks like some have to reload. Perfect time to strike. Heavy fire. You see them moving as Rona unloads on them and catch sight of a set on thermal grandies in a crate. Firing the explosion decimates the group you were aiming at, reducing them to dust. The return shots barely scratch you as you shift back behind cover, but a sonic cannon shot nearly blows out your ears right after. Wait, no! Just a few more moments and you should be clear of the slags. You count 1 remaining. God damn, could this elevator move any slower? You're to think maybe trying to climb this damn thing, damn has an N at the end, wasn't such a crazy idea after all. I mean, a few thugs is one thing, but this was starting to feel like a private army. No time to complain, just a few more to go. You roll to the right. You see them moving as Rona unloads on them and catch sight of a set on thermal grandies in a crate. Fire. Okay, this is the same stuff. Barely scratch you, cannon, okay. Just a few more moments and you should be clear of the slags. You count -2 remaining. What? What do you mean? I took out the last one! Okay, with those final shots from you and Rona, the last of the assassins fall over the ledge, plummeting thousands of feet to a gruesome demise below. Below is spelled wrong. No time to gloat over the victory. However, Rona is... There's a missing N. Looking too good, and this needs to have an extra O. 2 needs to have an extra O. And the elevator, they've spelled it right here, has finally reached the middle floors. Time to see what kind of insanity is waiting on this floor. You and Rona bust out onto the middle floors. No time to get all the way to the top with the amount of security forces. Best to get off here and try to loose them. Lose, I think, is what they try to put here. Best to get off here and move. Try to lose them in the, because this extra O needs to go in the building's passageways. You duck down with Rona and enter a side passage. You enter a massive bunker filled with gear, bombs, guns, stim packs, the works. Only one problem: it's wired, all of it. High-end sticks, New London Militech grade explosive. You see laser tripwires all around, except for one crate. You and Rona dig into it. Jackpot. Med-X grade stim packs. You pop them immediately. You begin to examine the room. There's probably another way up through this section of the complex, but you'll have to move carefully. Suddenly, you hear the sound of something whirring to life. A few of the lights go on, and something begins to move down the hall. All systems, red alert, secure perimeter, breached, sweeping the area. Ugh, Rona whispers. You gotta, needs an extra T, be fucking kidding me. God, how much damn, needs an N, security, does, DOES, this place have? Aiden, listen to me. We should avoid these guys. I'm pretty banged up. Plus, I think their sensors are tied to the Styx bombs. You have no doubt Rona is right. One look from these guys and this whole place could come down if you try to fight. Agreed, you say to her. Come on, Wheel, needs an apostrophe, stick to the shadows for now. You look around the corner. Sounds like only 3 searching the area. Time to move. Looks like they are already getting closer. Gotta move with caution. There's only a few spots not covered in sensors. Oh boy. Passage is spelled wrong. Attempt is spelled wrong. It's terrible, man. We'll go right. You and Rona dive roll out to the right. As you hit the ground, you can see there, that's the wrong there, is more drugs than weapons, needs an A, on this side. No time to grab anything, unfortunately, as the drones are right behind you. You duck down to avoid being spotted. You round the next corner and stop in your tracks. More passageways. This room must be some kind of maze of cubicles. Rona manages to kick one of her empty mags over towards the other side of the room. One of the bots rush over to the noise. Quick, Aiden, now's our chance. Wait for it. Okay, now move! Okay, we're gonna go right again. At this point, you finally begin to get your bearings. Needs an E in the dark, laser-filled room. There were signs on the left section of the complex. Some were written in Tabaxi tech, slang, but one was clearly showing what looked like stairs. If we could just get there, we'd be home free. We'd, maybe, be home free? We would. You head in the direction you think the sign indicates, as quick as you can with your injuries. But soon run into more passageways. Shit, you can hear the drones close behind. Let's go left this time. The signs get more frequent as you round the seemingly endless corridors. Gotta be getting closer now, Rona signals you from the left. Over here, Aiden. She tries to keep her voice as low as possible, but it is clear she is excited. Looks like our way out. Just a bit further this way. Come on. Keep up, you old dreg slag. You toss her a wry smile, and they race off after her. And then, I think, race off after her, trying to stay as low as possible. Hopefully she's right. Can't keep dodging these drones. One more left. At last, the signs lead you to an exit, a stair corridor that will lead you up to the 30th floor. You and Rona rush up the stairs. No more diversions. It's time to finish this. You finally make it to the 30th floor doors. The roof of the complex stands before you. But something catches your eye as you move by. Appears is spelled wrong. It appears to be an old Tyroshi trade sign. It leads down a side corridor, in front of the steel doors that lead out to the open roof. The signs look fresh. Perhaps it's still active. You look at Rona, and your packs, wrong your, supplies are looking dangerously low. If there is still an active trading post in this area, it could be just what you need. But it if could be another trap. If is wrong, definitely. After all, who knows what kind of shit is waiting for you on the other side, or even if the contact is still alive. Come on, Aiden, the drop point should be just up ahead. No time to waste. Those fucking slag drones are still behind us. You ready to finish this? We have no combat. I have nothing. We have tech, but that's it. We need to check out the corridor. You and Rona creep along the dank corridor, following the symbols till the passageway open up in an alcove where there seems to be some sort of shop in the center of a mass of debris and loose parts. A low-grade security drone sits in the far corner, a slight hum coming from its ion gravity displacement field as it hovers about, and upon closer inspection you see a man behind the storefront. You move up to the counter, eyeing the drone wearily. Anyone actually running this soup stand? You demand in a loud voice. The man, who had been eyeing a strange piece of tech through an even stranger lens scope, suddenly looks up. Ah, yes, at last, customers. Come, Talbaki does not bite, no, well, at least not anymore. You must need wares, yes, Talbaki can see this and more, you are warriors, with the fighting and shooting out in the street, yes. Talbaki knows it is a hard life, yes, very hard, but with the right gear, all your victories can be won. And with less of your blood on the ground, which is always good, no? Ha ha! Talbaki was once a fighter too. But, well, that was a long time ago, yes? Very long ago, indeed. Come, let me see what I can find for you, no? You eye the highly energetic little shop. Keep closely his green scales. What? Little shop, keep closely. His green scales glinting in the radiant neon light surrounding the shop. This man was a Taroshi trader, all right. However, you had never seen anyone with such intense gene splicing done. Over the course of what must have taken years, the man had clearly bolstered his DNA with every variation of lizard imaginable. Now, after so many procedures, it was astonishing. There was almost no trace of human left in him. Surprising he can still talk. But lizard or no, you are in dire need of supplies, and there certainly don't seem to be many other shops in the eastern core sector. Very well, yes, come now. Let Talbaki show you why he is unrivaled in the eastern sector's shadow market. How many credits do we have? 225. Ah, yes, very good choice. Very good indeed. That is one of my finest pieces. Will there be anything else? May as well gamble the rest of them. Oh, we are feeling lucky this night, I see. Very good indeed. A simple bet is best, no? Talvoni dice is the easiest. A simple high-low bet. The dice will decide your fate. Just choose, up or down, and how much you will wager the black gods. Oh, I guess we don't have enough. Very well. Yes. Come now. Let Talbaki show you why he is unrivaled. Well, no, time to leave. Sorry, Scales. Maybe once I've scrounged together a few more creds, and with that you take your leave back down the corridor. Corridor was spelled wrong. Within's one word, a few moments, you find yourself back in front of the 30th floor's rooftop doors. Steam slowly rising around the corridor. Corridor's missing an R. Head to the drop points. Oh, now it's saved. We don't have much combat, though, so this is going to go bad. You and Rona shove open the massive steel doors, and with that, push your way out into the cold night air on the roof of the complex. You can see the city spread out beneath you, 1,000 lights beneath your feet. The energy and heat of the city beats just below you. Within moments, a hover skimmer decloaks and sails over to you. It cruises down to your height as its roaring engines die down. It begins to open up its massive doors. Two figures step out of the car, cloaked like daemons in the chill of night. One, a huge, genetically engineered bodyguard, extremely durable and dangerous, very well armored as well, you notice. This could be bad. The other, a lithe figure of a woman. She has a few tattoos, a stern expression, and is dressed in a regal robe. She eyes you with an air of disdain. The behemoth speaks first, his voice echoing across the roof. On your knees, worms, you are in the presence of Lady Avolith. That would be you are, so it's the other your again. I don't know how they keep doing that. High Overseer of the Upper City's 12th District and Magistrate of the Black Crows, show your respect now. That's enough, Kavaran, full of a guard. Did I not tell you to keep my name and title silent? Forget my servant. He can be a bit overzealous at times. However, when it comes to my safety, his results are quite impressive. I am Lady Avolith. You will do me a favor and forget you heard my titles as well. I would not have them spread here. But enough introductions. I do not know your friend, but it hardly matters as long as you have the artifact. You do have it, don't you? She looks at you directly, her eyes aglow with anticipation. There's an extra S there. You reach into your bag and produce the artifact. It is a strange black statue with a horrifying face. You also notice the angles never seem to meet the eye properly. Suddenly you remember you were told not to hand it bare-handed. At that exact moment, you hear it hiss like a snake, an echo deep in your mind. Would you really hand me over so easily? You do not want to be rid of me. They cannot be trusted. I could give power beyond your dreams, Wrong Yor. You would be wise to kill them. Kill them! Kill them now! Lady Avalith looks at you expectantly. Well, what are you waiting for? Hand me the artifact. Her guard dog visibly tenses at the sight of the thing, a look of cold focus on his face. Suddenly, the leftmost wall of the roof explodes with violent force. You hear a violent cry through the smoke echo across the rubble and debris spread out all around you. Excellent! It seems we didn't miss the party after all, Commander! They're all here. The THEY''RE. Team Alpha, fan out and secure the area. Well done, men. Well done indeed. After what went down back in the square, I was beginning to worry, but now all the ducks are in a row. And Lady Avalith as well. My, I had hoped you'd come in person. My lucky day. Marakov, what the hell are you doing here? This is my claim, my find. I already staked and paid before the 9 overseers. Yes, you did, but you see, funny thing about the overseers, none of them thought you'd be coming down here yourself either. Thought is spelled wrong. And with good reason. The lower city is dangerous. Status means nothing here, my dear. Only the arms you carry. Carry is spelled wrong. As you can see, I've given my men nothing but the best. To be honest, I meant to have the artifact well away. Meant is spelled wrong. I've needs an apostrophe. By now, but this... this is even better. In one fell swoop, I will take the prize and remove you from the board. I really must send something spelled wrong, to your family to thank you for making you so damn stupid. Damn needs an N. Simply amazing. You dare challenge a member of the Overseers. I'll have you skinned alive for this. Her eyes dart about wildly and rest on you. Challenge is spelled wrong. Skinned is spelled wrong. You foiled... Foiled is spelled wrong. The attempts is spelled... Jesus! How... Did you spell check any of this? Their attempts to take it all the way here. Very well. I have a new deal for you. Stand with me. Together, we can carve a path out through their blood. Then we can discuss a new, much larger reward for your services. Services, I assume. Please ignore the squibbing of that dead woman in the corner. The plan was to kill you and take the artifact, but you've handled yourself nicely getting here, and I'm in need of new men. So how's this? Toss me the artifact now and help me kill her. Once she's dead, whatever they have on them is your payment, including that very expensive vehicle. Now what do you say? Looks like the gang's all here, and this party's clearly about to get started. The only question left for you, whose beat are you going to dance to? I mean, we're gonna die if we side with Lady, because our combat's at 2 and our health's at 5, and psych is negative 10. I'm gonna do it anyway, just to see the ending. I wanna know what happens. As you begin to open your mouth to respond to the veritable Mexican standoff in front of you, a shot rockets off. The shot blasts into one of the heads of Valinkar. It explodes with a defining crack and blood spatters across the wall. The body crumples to the ground as the others scatter, all around the roof and vehicle. Suddenly a voice booms out from your comms. Yor is wrong again. How do they get it wrong every time? I've only seen one correct version of the word Yor in this entire game, and they use it every 5 seconds. Ooh! Did you see that? Boom! Like a sack of bricks! You didn't think you could get away from me that easy, did you, boy? Change of plans. I'll be taking the artifact off your corpse. Wrong, Yor again. or from your hand. The choice is yours, but hey, help me waste these clowns and I'll be sure to give you a fair deal. Well, fair-ish. Don't just stand there, you slags. Get to cover. Give me a SID rep now. I think that's SIT, sit rep, situation rep. Now, damn it, who has eyes on the shooter? No sign of them. Nothing coming up on infrared either. Sir, we need to get off this roof. We are sitting ducks out here. Need an apostrophe there. Lady Avalith dives behind her hover skimmer, and you can already see Korrivan readying to take advantage of the distraction. You suddenly hear her on your comms. Listen, there's not much time. I've had Korrivan hack your comms. I know a lowlife like you would not have the forethought for a sniper. Far more likely it's an assassin, specifically here for me. There's far too many for me to handle on my own. If you help me with this, if you ally yourself with me, I'll double the current price on the artifact and give you clearance papers for the upper city. This is something the likes of you could never buy. For me, it's nothing. So what say you to this? Do we have terms? Makarov breaks in suddenly, shouting at you from across the roof. You! If you're behind this, my men will tear you to pieces. Last chance. Boy, join me now and find this sniper or die with the rest of these slags. Oh, one more thing. He turns his head to Rona. I have information for you. And you feel a darkness in his words. I know about your sister. Wrong your again, Jesus. You lie, she screams, raising her shotgun at his head. You try to hold her back. Marikov only laughs. Oh, ho, ho, did I strike a nerve? Time's running out. Better make a move, lower city swine. I'll kill you, you son of a bitch. What the hell do you know? What do you know? This is getting out of hand. If you don't pick a side soon, they're all there. The wrong there. And actually it should be they'll, if you're going to use the word all here. They will all be trying to kill you, and they will probably succeed. At least for now, it would be wise to make one of them your ally, but which one? The Valinkar have the numbers, and perhaps info on Rona. Though you highly doubt it still, they know something's wrong. Then there's the sniper. Despicable piece of shit to go back on a contract, but he definitely has the best position. But if Korrivan could hack your comms, perhaps he could use the same trick to find Razor. Plus, there's the matter of her offer. If you could get those papers, finally access to the upper city would be yours, and the money would secure you safe passage and more from this hellhole. Fingers on the trigger, time to make a move. We're joining Lady Avalith. You turn toward Lady Avalith and issue a wordless nod. She signals you in return. You whisper to Rona, "Follow my lead, this is gonna get messy." Yeah, doesn't it always? I got your back, let's do this. You thinking we side with Avalith? She breathes back, so quiet you can barely hear her. Quiet is spelled wrong. It's the best play for now. She holds all the money and could easily get us into the upper city with full new identities if her claims are true. I know this might mean we lose any information the Valinkar might have on your sister, Rona, but she cuts you off with a hand. I told you, Aiden, my sister's dead. And with that, she whirls around and fires a shot right in the center of a flanking Valinkar's face. His head explodes like an overripe Jocka melon. You turn and let out covering fire of your own as Avalith dives down behind her skimmer. Makavo reels back enraged, lower city scum, and spits to the side of the roof. Very well, you've made your choice. Kill them all! As the bullets rain down, you scramble for an alcove in the roof. Suddenly, you hear that voice in your comms again. That's yours, not supposed to go there. Full of murderous intent. Don't think I didn't see that, boy! Very well, if you want to dance, I'll play your game. No turning back now, I'm taking you all out. I need a drink, guys. Hold on. It's getting intense, right? Sir, our drones our drones to the east have pinpointed the sniper. He's across the street in the heavily damaged water tower. You feel as though you have just made a deal with the devil, but it's far too late to go back now. You ready your weapon. Time to end this. Engaging all targets. Bring up the thunder cannons. The ground explodes in front of you as the Valinkar begin their assault. Time to move. You slide behind Lady Avalith's skimmer to get a better shot as Razor fires wildly, trying to pin you down. Oh, I accidentally skipped something. Damn it! Stay still, boy. You really want to die by the Valinkar? I hear they eat their victims. Come on now, just let me make this nice and quick. He's desperate, you think. And a bonus, that wild shot pattern has made the Valinkar more bold. They line up neatly in your sights. Time to knock them down. Oh, my health went down too. The Valinkar need to be spread out and on fire, you think. You toss 3 thermal detonators. The explosion rockets 2 of the assassins over the side of the roof, screaming, but you could have got more if Murakov hadn't warned them. Murakov returns fire, sends 2 rounds right into your chest. Don't underestimate me, boy. It will take more than a little fire to save you from this. You duck down as Razor opens fire again, but are hit hard in the shoulder and go down. Blood spattering everywhere. Spattering is spelled wrong. That's it! Bleed for me! The next shot will take your head right through the eye, I think. Get ready. I've got to try to heal. Yeah. You duck off to the side of one of the roof's smaller ventilation alcoves? That's definitely spelled wrong. When the coast looks clear, you take out your stim pack and jam yourself full of nanites is spelled wrong. Jesus, dude, come on. You roar back to life with unnatural stamina. Well, that didn't help much. Heart pounding, pain forgotten. Forgotten spelled wrong. You feel restored for now. You dug, and he hits me again. Fantastic. Well, we don't have much combat left. I mean, I can try to attack the sniper. You see Murakov eyeing one of the vents to the north. He smiles. Looks like he may have gotten a bead on the sniper's location. Why so shy, Razor? I heard you were an S-Class merc. I even got my hopes up. Too bad. Too bad was spelled wrong. Looks like this S-Class merc is nothing but a C-Class pussy. Concentrate all fire on the southern ventilation. Murakov and some of his men open fire. Their shot, wrong there, shot pattern reveals a clear area of interest. You ready your weapon to add to the den. You see Razor make a move across the way and open fire. It's difficult to see across the way, but you think you got his leg. His return shot sends you spinning to the ground from the impact. You got lucky, it hit one of your clips before impacting your armor and fails to penetrate. It's gonna take more than that to end me, you insect. You see Korrivan grab one of the Valinkar with his bare hands. Bare is spelled wrong. Long live the Overseers, he screams and hurls him off the roof. The others draw back, trying to get out of arm's reach from the raging behemoth. I mean, I can attack, but we don't really have any shit left, so let's... You spot something promising and drop down, trying to grab ammo off one of the fallen SciTech drones, but it's locked up and won't release. Oh, we're dead. Yep, there we go. We knew that was going to happen, but I didn't have anything else to fight with. You finally succumb to your wounds and collapse on the city floor as the world turns and fades to darkness. Nah, we're not going to continue. It's been over an hour. We'll end this here. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed Dreams of Solari. I wish we would have won, and I wish the spelling was better, but it was still interesting. I liked it. It's free on Steam. If you want to try it, go give it a shot. I would be happy to fix the spelling for you, though, if you want. Like I said, $20 an hour. I'll fix the spelling for you, and it won't even take me that long. Just let me know. Anyway, if you like that, tell that like button you want to smash. And don't forget to subscribe. You stay you, I'll stay me, Droogie forever. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Later.